Congratulations on the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'll direct the first question to you, Denzel. What was it like being a part of this kind of thriller, and did it feel like you were returning to familiar grounds as a police officer?
No, this isn't quite like, the uniform is the least of it. That's just what you put on after you filled it, figuratively and spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and literally. So I don't ever think of it like, oh, this is another one of these, unless I've read the script and it is another one of these, and I try not to do it.
And then, Rami, if you can, tell us about your character, Sergeant Baxter, and what is it that drew you to this role?
Um, well, the script was exceptional, I thought. I think we all flew right through it. I love the idea of having a writer director involved, and John Lee Hancock was perfect for that. I think he's an excellent filmmaker. Drawn, of course, to the idea of working with these two gentlemen, guys at the top of their game, who have been for so long and still on their way up. For me, this was a character in a role I hadn't played before, very, complex, and trying to straddle a line of what is, morally good for the public, and at the same time walking a fine line of doing something maybe self-serving in the end.
Hmm. And Jared, with you, you play Albert Sparma. Now, he's a very interesting character within this movie. You can't really tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy. And I read that you initially weren't interested in taking this role, and I'm very curious as to what is it or who is it that changed your mind?
Well, everyone involved ultimately made me unable to say no to the project. But I think my only trepidation was that I kind of spent some time on the darker side of the universe, and I thought maybe it was better to explore different territory. I didn't know if it was, I didn't want to just play a suspect or a villain per se, but after talking to John Lee Hancock, I think we both came to the conclusion that there was a bigger opportunity here, and that's, the rest is history. But getting a chance to work with these two was and is a dream.
Jared, was he supposed to be a little funny? Because he's kind of a funny character in the movie. I don't know if that's something you decided to bring to it or if it was part of the script.
I think it all comes from John Lee Hancock's twisted mind at some point, because he's the person that wrote the words. That's the kind of first inspiration. And, he's fantastic because he's one of these writers that's so good at writing, but then he's so brave, or I guess he's strong enough to know to turn it over to his actors and kind of let, people experiment and make some mistakes, and hopefully in between the mistakes there's something beneficial. So he really empowered me, and I'm sure everyone else probably feels the same way, just to really go to town. But I appreciate that if he made you giggle, I think that's nice to hear.
There was a lot of gold there, though, that didn't make it to the film, because I was privy for a lot of this, and I too found Jared's character quite funny. And I think it's because, so you want to be scared of him, and you don't quite understand why you're laughing, but it is because the guy's got jokes.
It would be remiss of me not to ask you, with MLK Day coming up, Martin Luther King Jr.'s message just seems so relevant and so necessary right now. And since we will be celebrating it on Monday, I do want to ask Denzel, I'll direct this question to you. How does his message and who he was and what he stood for resonate with you more than ever?
God is love. We are in dire need of more love. Martin Luther King was the personification of light and love and unity and strength and fearlessness and hope. I pray that we are inspired by the day, but more importantly, I pray that we look at ourselves and ask, what can I do? How can I help? Not just celebrate the day, not just take off from work, but to be inspired by the day and ask, what can I do moving forward, going forward.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for your time. Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.